Well, hey, good morning, everybody. It is Nugget of Truth time with Pastor Matt on a Wednesday morning in July. And it is Nugget of Truth number 83. This one made me go, whoa, when I read it just a moment ago. Nugget of Truth number 83. This is first and foremost a spiritual world. It is not a physical world with a spiritual element to it. It is a spiritual world with a physical element and constraint. Where is my emphasis? Or I'd add, where is my attention to that? This is a paradigm shift, to use an old phrase that kind of was popular and kind of died out. When you wake up every morning and you face the day, you tend to focus on the physical elements of it. This morning I wanted a cup of coffee, so I got a cup of coffee. And we tend to focus on the physical because it's what we see with our eyes, it's what we touch with our hands, it's what we hear, and it's we get our senses. We taste it, we hear it, we touch it. But what if, just for a moment, just exercise, what if this is a spiritual world first and foremost? What if we woke up every day recognizing that it is primarily a spiritual world with forces of God and forces of evil? And what would our day look like if we were more aware of our spiritual world? If we gave our spiritual world half the attention that we gave our physical world? Now, let me start there. It's just an interesting thought and a challenging thought. And again, just because you can't see it, I'll pull out another old analogy. You know, this room right now is filled with radio waves and TV waves and all kinds of other things that I can't see, but I know that they're there because you turn on a radio, it's going to tune in. And there is a whole other thing going on that we can't see. But that doesn't make it any less real. And again, I go back to that phrase, that C.S. Lewis phrase. I'll try not to butcher it, but you don't have a soul, you are a soul. You have a body. And we tend to think that this is us. When us is your soul, and you just happen to have a body. So I guess the challenge this morning is to put more of an emphasis on the unseen spiritual world. Now, that doesn't mean that every bad thing that happens to you has a spiritual element to it. Sometimes you just get a cold because you have a cold. Sometimes you have a flat tire just because you have a flat tire. So let's not blame all the bad things that happen to us on an entity of evil. But at the same time, can we be aware, especially in our relationships, especially in the conclusions that we draw, the thoughts that we have, the feelings that we entertain? Wow, there could be a lot more going on than we realize. And so again, the challenge is it goes back to that worldview question. Is your worldview that this is a physical world that just happens to have this little spiritual piece to it somewhere? Or is this a spiritual world with I hate to use the phrase cosmic battle going on, and that cosmic world just happens to have a physical element to it? And that's the challenge and the encouragement, to see more of what's going on. I also heard somebody say that every problem in its essence or in its core is a spiritual problem. And there might be a lot of truth to that. Because your reaction to that flat tire is a spiritual issue. Your reaction to strained relationships oftentimes is a spiritual issue. So, all right, so this is a heavy one for a Wednesday morning, but I hope it's challenging to you. And I hope it gets you to kind of think in a little bit broader terms. So, all right, thanks so much. Take care. God bless. Have a great day. Bye-bye.